Hey everyone, welcome back to Walsh Farms. Tony Walsh here, into peanut season 2020. Now I threw up a little short video the other night, and it was at night so you couldn't see much, and a lot of people wanted to see more. And I have some videos from last year, but I was new to YouTube, so I'm going to do a better job of explaining this year. So let me turn the camera around. So the short that I threw up the other night is the field that is way over there on the other side of the trees. This field here, if you can see that corn back there, is where I done my Farm Truck Friday a couple weeks ago. And it has rained again yesterday and today. Looks like it still might rain tonight. So obviously no digging, because these vines are tough enough when they're dry. They're sure enough tough when they're wet. But this is what peanuts look like with the bush up, the vines up, and the peanuts underground. And when what we call the digger or the inverter flips them over, this is what the peanuts look like. So what happens here, and I'll show you the inverter in a minute. So what happens here is these vines will take, depending on the temperature, could take 3 to 4 days, could be 5, for these vines to dry out and turn brown. And then another machine comes back and picks them all up, and it separates the peanuts from the vines. And I'll show you that machine in another video. But let's look at the digger inverter now. So I guess I could have just turned around and showed you this right here. But this is the head rows on this part of the field's been done. So remember I said that this is 9 rows. So there you've got rows 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. And then a oddball 9th row right here. So that is 2 trips across the field, because the peanut combine does 3 of these rows. It is how that works. So it'd be 1 trip down, 1 trip back. Which to me, if they planted all 12 rows, it would be a trip down, a trip back, and another trip down. Math still works out for me. So this is what a field looks like, with the end rows done and then the field done. See, these have been done for since Tuesday. You can see how green the vines still are, just because it's rainier, cooler days, and the vines just aren't drying out as fast as they need to. Oh, and one more thing, the deer love these things, because now they don't have to work for the peanuts. They don't have to dig anymore. All they got to do is just walk up and eat them. And the bad part is the rain washes the dirt off. So now they got clean peanuts to eat. Makes for good deer stands though. Now the other night when we was digging this field, I'd asked John a question, because you see that clump of grass right there, and you see several clumps through that shot right there. See, there's some more there. And this field here doesn't have those clumps of grass. And this is the first year we've had this problem. So I asked John what it was. And what it is, there is a set of power lines that run all across this field. And the only thing that we can figure is birds found them some Texas millet somewheres and come here, and when they lit on that power line, or prior to or taking off, they pooped seed in this field, because it's not through the whole field. It's just within, under that power line, or like right before they landed, or right after they took off. So that's a new problem that we've had this year, and hopefully it's only going to be in this field. It's not in any of the rest of them. So some of the other ones we have some problems with pig weeds, which we always do that, but looks like we've got a good control on the pig weeds. But now we're going to have to worry about birds in their poop. Okay, as I said, this is a couple days later. The rains finally went away enough we can get back in the peanut field. And this here is one of Jim's field, Jim Waters, which is John's mentor, Jackie's cousin. If it weren't for Jim, John wouldn't be able to farm. So this is one of the cousins picking, and you can see we've actually swapped tractors. Remember, the other one was the 8230R. Here is just the 8230, and it's got big tire on the back, but you can see it digging right here. See how it digs there and it lifts them up, and then it throws them on that conveyor. You can see how it's inverting them right there. So I hope y'all can see through the glare. No way in this field to switch positions. Even if I go to the other end of the field, you're still going to be looking at a glare. You can see Lloyd stops when we get to them head rows, because the head rows will be done last. Maybe he won't back into my truck. And yes, there's green grass. He could actually go out and turn around, but you can see the pecan orchard right there. So there's pecans or pecans on the ground, so don't want to run over them. There's a better shot of, you can see the conveyor bringing them up, and then it's the other set of blades is inverting it, and that puts the peanuts on top of the dirt, so they'll start drying out. See, the vines are still alive and green, even the roots are still alive. You know, there's dirt on there, so they'll sit here for, in these temperatures, may take a few days for it all to dry out. And then we'll come through with what the combine, peanut combine, to actually pick them up, and I'll do another video on that. So for all you subscribers that don't know what the inside of one of these tractors look like, this here is GPS driven. So you can see the tractor following the white line, and you see the blue lines on each side. That is other rows. So when we get to the end of the row, you'd hear a beep, and you can just stop, pick. And as I said in the earlier clip, this is taking 6 rows and turning them into 3. So you can see 2 rows there, 2 rows in the middle, and then 2 rows over there. Some people call this a digger, some call it an inverter. An inverter costs more than a digger. So a salesman's going to call it an inverter. We call it a digger because we want to buy it at a cheaper price. peanuts. In the closing clip that I thought I had, where I done a little closing and a little bit more education, for some reason did not tape. So, and we're not going to be able to dig for another probably 3 or 4 days because of the rain, and plus we can't get too far ahead of the peanut combine. So, and I didn't want to delay this video any longer, so I'll get another digging video and do a closing or a little bit more detailed information on that. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video on how we dig peanuts or invert peanuts, and we'll do a video upcoming on the actual combining of peanuts. So I hope you like what you saw. Give us that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to us. Please feel free to share us out. And for everybody watching and been supporting us for a while now, I just wholeheartedly thank you for all your support. We finally reached 1,300 subscribers, so I'm fixing to get ready to do a giveaway, so stay tuned for a video later next week, more than likely, that's going to talk about our giveaway. So with that, y'all take care, and I just pray that God continues to bless you the way He has blessed us. Y'all take care, and see you next video.